Hey y'all, how you doing today? Danna here, and I have got a really quick meal for you. I know that I've made this for you before. It's beef tips and gravy, and but this time instead of making it in the crock pot, I'm making it in the Instapot. So y'all come on in. We're gonna make something really fast, and then I've got to run out and do some errands. So I'm gonna throw it in here and get to going. So anyway, the first thing you're gonna need is 2 pounds of beef, and y'all, I have this beautiful farm raised beef. There we go, that I've got in here, 2 pounds worth. And let me just remind you, if you want to find some really wonderful farm raised beef, go to Sweet Grown, Alabama, and you can find some of the best Alabama beef, and it's going to be tasty and good, and I can vouch for it, okay? So anyway, sweetgrownalabama.org, and they will make sure, you type in your zip code, you type in what you're looking for, and you'll know right what you need to buy, and they will ship it to you. So if you live somewhere else, it's okay. Go ahead and look them up, sweetgrownalabama.org. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get this in our Instapot right quick. So I've got my 2 pounds of meat, and I'm going to tell y'all the recipe is in my cookbook, Happiness is Homemade, y'all, and you can find this on Amazon. It's a bestseller. And it'll come right to your house in this form, or if you want it today, you can buy an ebook. But my recipe is on page 63, beef tips and gravy. Now, if you wanted to do this in a crock pot, you'd put all the stuff in there, turn it on low, come back at the end of the day, about 8 hours, and you've got some really good stuff. But now we're going to do this in the Instapot in about 40 minutes. So the first thing we're going to do is add a drained can to our 2 pounds of beef. We're going to add about 4 ounces of mushroom pieces. So we're putting that in there. Now, if you don't like mushrooms, don't add them. But y'all, I love the way the mushrooms give it a good flavor and texture. They help with the texture, and they absorb the beautiful flavors we're about to put in here. Now, I always put just a smidge of olive oil in here, and yes, this is my olive oil. I'm just going to put about a tablespoon. It just helps the mouth feel. And the taste, olive oil's good. And then we're going to add some pepper. I like a little pepper in mine, so I'm just going to add a little. If the grands are coming over, I don't add as much pepper. Then I'm going to add some salt. And I'm going to add probably, I'd say, 1/2 teaspoon, because some of this other stuff I put in here has salt in it. Now, I'm going to add my onion and garlic flavor. Y'all know my husband can't do onions, and so I use flavoring a lot because he can do that. So I'm going to add some of this, if I can get it open. There we go. Just going to sprinkle it over the top so it has garlic and onions. Now, stir that together, and then I've got to go slip in the pantry and pull out my 2 things of soup. So y'all hang tight. Okay, look what I got, y'all. 2 things of golden mushroom. Now, you can use all different kinds, but I'm going to put 2 cans of this in here, and it's going to make the most wonderful gravy. Now, if you don't want to use 2 cans, use 1. I've done it with just 1, and it's still mighty good. So anyway, you just pour it in there, and that's the golden mushroom. I'm going to use 2 cans because I want all the flavor in there. And y'all, the gravy from this is excellent over rice. It's excellent over biscuits. I mean, if you just want to make some of my ugly biscuits, that's what I make with this. I used to make all kind of extra stuff, and then I would notice everybody would just take an ugly biscuit, and they'd take this, and that's what they wanted. So that's, I thought, why make all this extra stuff if they really just want that? So that's what I do. Then 2 cups of water. All right, we're just going to stir this up, see how it looks, and get this going. Within an hour, I am going to have stuff in here that my family's going to love, and they're going to think I cooked it all day long, but I really cooked it in the Instapot. Now I'm just going to put this in here, and I'm going to get it rocking and rolling for 40 minutes. And at the end of 40 minutes, I'm going to do 10 to 15 minutes slow release, and then it's going to be ready. I'm telling you, y'all, how easy is this? I'll be right back with you when this is ready. All right, y'all, it is done. I have had this in there for about 40 minutes, and then I let it cool down for about 15. Let's open this puppy up and see what we got. Ooh, yeah. That looks and smells divine. Okay. Now, you can do so much with beef tips and gravy. Y'all, look at this. Now, you can do several things. If you want to thicken this up, you can go ahead and heat it and leave the lid off and let it reduce. Or you can use a slurry, a cornstarch slurry to do that. And you would heat it up to boiling after you added it. Or you can do like me and just put it over your rice and eat it. I'm going to show y'all how good this looks just now in a minute. Oh, baby. Look at this. Look at all that beef. I'm going to walk around over there and show you some of this. Look at all of that wonderful goodness. We've got those big chunks of beef. Can y'all see the steam coming off of it? We got the mushrooms. I put it over a big thing of rice. Oh, my goodness. Let me get me a bite. Do y'all want a bite of this? Yum. Now remember, I just ran out and was doing some stuff and some errands running around, and all of this cooked while I was gone. And if you don't want to do an Instapot, you can always cook it in the slow cooker. Let me get me a bite here. Y'all, it is good. And it's so pretty. Comforting. It's pure comfort. I'm going to tell you what I always tell you. The good Lord loves you, and I love you too. Y'all go have a really easy day. Make yourself some beef tips and gravy. Bye now.